Alright, welcome back to the Recipe Analyst. Today I'll be making Cacio e Pepe Pastina from the Italian American Cookbook. And to start, I'll get some water over high heat to bring to a boil, and I'll season that with a tablespoon of salt. And you only need 6 ounces of pasta, and I couldn't find pastina, so I'm using acini di pepe. And while the water's coming to a boil, I go ahead and grate the Parmigiano Reggiano, and you need 2/3 of a cup of the cheese. Once the water is boiling, I add the pastina and I cook that for about 4 minutes. And while the pasta is cooking, I go ahead and measure out the rest of the ingredients. So I have 4 tablespoons of butter and a half cup of the mascarpone. Once the pasta is about done cooking, I reserve a 1/3 cup of the cooking liquid before I use a fine mesh strainer to strain the pasta, and then I put that right back into the pot. Before I add the rest of the ingredients, so I add a tablespoon of olive oil, a half teaspoon of salt, some freshly cracked black pepper, the cheese, and the butter. And I should add the rest of the ingredients, but I forgot at this point. And you'll see me add the cooking liquid from the pasta, so that water. And the mascarpone is the last ingredient you should add. And now you just want to mix it until everything is homogeneous and creamy. And at that point, you're done. So what did I think of this recipe? I honestly really enjoyed it. It kind of reminds me of an elevated mac and cheese with a more interesting texture thanks to the tiny little balls of pasta. It's also very creamy, and the pepper adds a nice touch as well. And finally, I just think it's very easy to make. It doesn't take very long. So for a side dish, I think this is something that you could pretty quickly throw together and eat alongside a bunch of different things, and it would be very satisfying. So I decided to give this recipe a 10 out of 10. Anyway, as always, you can go to therecipeanalyst.com to read the full in-depth analysis or leave comments about recipes that you want me to try. And thanks for watching.